There's a lack of privacy. The more and more cameras are everywhere, the more and more smartphones are everywhere, social media. One leak photo or recording could ruin a reputation, marriage, or even careers. So you need to really think about that. And in the career line, teachers, nurses, corporate managers could lose their jobs. So that is a dark side, is a lack of privacy. Lack of understanding by the general public. They think if you're in the lifestyle, you're sluts, or you're not picky, or you'll do it with anybody, or they can use it against you. So that's a general lack of public understanding. That's a real problem in this day and age. Big business. So I talked about this a minute ago, but there is a risk of big business taking the information to profit from it. So it's $1 billion industry. It's resorts, it's conventions, it's cruises, it's sex clubs, it's internet sites. It's a huge business. Some of them are foreign owned, and that's the thing that bothered me, is I found out how much of this stuff goes to other countries whose criminal organization is embedded in these companies. So you show up at a lifestyle, let's say it's for a motel, and you're going to take over the motel, a bunch of lifestylers or a ship or whatever. You understand that big business is there to make money off you, whether in a nice way or a bad way. And normally it's not worth the money. You show up, it's overcrowded, and only the model types are doing stuff off in the public, or people are sneaking into rooms that are now full. And so it is big business to make money, and it's not always a positive experience. Many have found that it's a very unpositive experience. They'd rather meet couples at a dinner and then make plans from there. That is often a resort to that. So just make sure you understand that it's not actually what you think it is. It's not actually, it can be corrupt, dark side. Criminals and exploitation. Whenever you have a gathering of people that gather around sex, intimacy, and trust, you create opportunities for exploitation. Criminals have realized this, and you can get criminals in the lifestyle events to prey on people who are vulnerable, intoxicated, isolated from the mainstream protections. Consent violations do happen. They're rare. There's a huge amount of effort against them, but it is a dark side that consent violations can happen. And you have to also look at consent while you're drunk, or the person you're having sex with, can they consent if they're drunk? So those are issues that you really have to think about, violations of consent. Now, scammers happen too. So there's this, like, computer programs. It used to be people in foreign countries, they would get naked pictures, and then they'd write you back, and they'd email you, and they'd say, look, here's a picture of you naked, and we want so much money. Those do happen. Now, there's also criminal exploitation in these major parties. These companies are having these major parties. Well, not everybody in the parties a lifestyle. Some of them are criminals. They're there to steal. They're there to threaten intoxicated people. And they think that you'll hesitate to call the police, but we encourage you to do so. It's not a thing that should be regulated by the state, but it often is, and so then you get police that are bribing you and or wanting bribes in criminal activity. And so you have to be careful about who you trust in that side of lifestyle. That's the dark side.